Alright guys, good evening. Welcome to another stream of mine. And this time it is UBOAT again. So I have been streaming a few other kinds of games and, well, just hope that I didn't piss you guys off too much. Sorry, who are actually big fans of UBOAT. Yeah, but now and then I feel the need to do some other things. But I'm always coming back to UBOAT, no worries. And yeah, our last stream, we ended, I think it was pretty late, and we ended it when we went into a fairly okay-ish firing position, I would say. So there was a convoy going, let me see. Yeah, the convoy is going this, it's almost going due east, and we were circumnavigating it and putting ourselves right in front of that convoy. So it is 9 o'clock in the morning. So the sun will rise within maybe the next half an hour. Yeah, keep in mind that we are off the coast of Canada, and our board clock, our clock that we have on board, our chronometer actually shows the European time. So that means that sunrise is a few hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours later than you would expect. Okay, so that's us, and the convoy is upcoming right in front of us, and the estimated distance from my dead reckoning, yeah, should be still maybe almost 10 miles away. Yeah, let me give you one overall situation. I'm doing a complete playthrough through the game, having started at the very beginning of the war in September 39. So I'm 3 years in the war now. And yeah, I am playing on almost maximum difficulty level. And I started with the Type 2, this small, slow, low-range few torpedoes submarine. And yeah, started on my merits, and sooner or later became proud commander of a Type 7, and now I am commanding a Type 7C. My base meanwhile shifted to the port of La Rochelle, which gave us better access to the Atlantic theater. And finally, after having finished the Black Pit missions, we got milk cows from the headquarters, and since then we can position these supply submarines in the Atlantic, and only this actually makes it possible for us to wreak havoc among the ships off the Canadian coast, because yeah, we need a hell lot of fuel to get over the Atlantic, across the Atlantic, and then we can refuel and get to the mission area. And we could even, when we have fired all our torpedoes, we could go back and get some more torpedoes at the milk cow, and then get back into the mission area. So my last runs were pretty long. So I think the last 3 runs that we did were all more than 1 month. The last might have even been 40 days or something. So we are at the moment part of Operation Drumbeat, and you see we have already progressed 2/3, and now finally we have to sink 200,000 tons of merchant tonnage in one of these quadrants here to finish Operation Drumbeat completely. And yeah, in the last stream we nicely prepared our position. So what I usually do is I do regular hydrophone checks, and one hydrophone check randomly gave us the position of this convoy, and then on an hourly base I repeat hydrophone checks, and so I can extrapolate their course and interpolate their speed. So you see it's always 7 or 6 miles between my 1 hour hydrophone checks. So 7 miles in 1 hour, it's 7 knots. Easy calculation. So guys, welcome. I see there are some people in the stream. Let me just mention that I did tweak around a bit with my settings, my streaming settings. And yeah, I hope that it still works all right. Actually, I was trying to optimize and tune up the graphics quality a bit. I just hope that it does not get into conflict with the streaming. Average stream bitrate too high, it says. Don't know. So, guys, please give me some feedback in the chat if you see any problems. If graphics looks shitty, or if you're experiencing lags or something, or the other way around. I would be also very happy if you give me some positive feedback, like if you say, hey, graphics is much better than before. That would also be very welcome. Hey Luke, nice to have you in. Yeah, well, I would say, what was the answer of the chief engineer in the movie when these, very neat officers asked him what it is like down there? So I would use his answer and say, it's quiet. Yeah, how are you? How was your Christmas up to now? Well, in real life, my Christmas was pretty alright, so we don't have too much ado about it. We had a nice evening with the family here at home yesterday. Yeah, went to the Christmas Mass before, and yeah, today just some hanging around at home with the family. Had some nice dinner in the evening, so all fine. Yeah, it's pretty cold. I mean, for us here, it's below 0, which is not so regular around here, but pretty sunny. So in the afternoon we had a nice little walk up the hill and around the edge of our town where we live. It's pretty nice around here because, yeah, there is, how do you call that, wine fields, vineyards all around. So now let's get into the game and see. Periscope's run out, that's alright for now. Yeah, on this distance I should be fairly invisible. The bilge, yeah, just a bit of water, uncritical. That's not due to a leak, but you have this kind of constant seeping in of water. The crew is not on battle stations, but on silent run. Gyro compass is turned off, but I'm still running on electric depth steers to make sure that we don't broach the surface, and Mr. Gerade, our chief engineer, is supervising the two crewmates. Hey, please continue with that. Supervising the two crewmates at the depth steers to make sure that they keep level and we don't push through the surface and get spotted. So that's where we are. Torpedoes. Yeah, you always need to see that your torpedoes are well maintained, and usually I let Mr. Schneider do it. Only now I am on silent running mode, and that means that he's not gonna do his routine torpedo maintenance because it's too noisy. So sooner or later I have to remember to order him to do it. I have to order it manually. And this is the convoy. We should be right ahead. This is probably a military escort. This one is probably also an escort. So you see I have switched, I'm going on slow speed, and I am actually considering to even stop completely. This is also probably a military, so let's check. So, dead ahead. We could try to go for that one. Let's first figure out which ones are militaries. Oh shit. This one is just too close. And this one, so two militaries pretty close by now. I could try to go for that one. That's not a tanker, is it? It is. It probably is a tanker. It's this one. I would guess that it's a T2. Velocity 7. They were all going 7. Angle on bow, hard to guess, but give it a first guess. And it's at 15 degrees. Degrees. Something like that. So it estimated course like that. Give it a rough guess. Let's see how we can sneak in on the guys. Yeah, the sun is about to rise. Angle on bow would then be something like 17 degrees as well.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Lage 6, 1, Bug rechts.
Just too many sounds there at the moment. Okay, Mr. Schneider and Mr. Arms, please care for the maintenance of the torpedoes. You get assigned additional off-watch sailors, so they are going to do the job faster. Let's just hope that it's not too noisy. Let's just hope that the escort is not gonna hear us. So what's my guess of the distance?
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren.
Less than 2.
2, 8, 8, 9 Meter.
Less than 2 miles. Yeah, it could be something like that. So if they are moving in with
Torpedorohr 2 gewartet.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
please maintain the other two tubes just as well. And yeah, I should also care for the stern torpedo tube. Yeah, distance. Maybe more like they are very close already. Yeah, they are much closer than that.
Schraubengeräusche. Kleine Gruppe. Peilung 160 Grad.
Torpedorohr 4 gewartet. Torpedorohr 3 gewartet.
Alright. So please also take care for the stern torpedo tube. And you can step away. Yeah, the stern torpedo tube. Because of the limited space there is... It's only possible to have one additional sailor to support Mr. Schneider in the maintenance. One of these beautiful, nice little details. Okay, so we are almost on a perpendicular course now. And they should be passing by pretty close like that. In, yeah, probably less than a mile. Oh, it's him. It's him. Would I confirm? Yeah, right. Yep. Definitely. What's the draught? It's 7. So I could go to 7.5 with the torpedo depth. Distance. Yeah, less than a mile already by now. And 65 minus 65.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 1,637 Meter. Alle Maschinen stopp.
What was the distance? Yeah, angle on bow then would be something like 30. That's fine, yeah. Makes sense.
Aktualisieren.
And it's
Gegnerlage
less
3, 2.
less than a mile of distance. It's coming in so close. I think it's coming in too close. Maybe I should
Kleine Fahrt
get
zurück.
a little bit backwards. Oh, let's give it a new save. New day, new stream, new save W236. There she comes. Very close, actually.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
And there is more coming in. We are right in the way of that guy. So it's 50 now. Angle on bow then would be something like 45.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 1, 3 Meter. Winkel 4, 6 rechts. Geschwindigkeit 7 Knoten.
Okay, 20. So that's 40. Yeah, the angle on both seems to be being precisely calculated now. 53. Mr. Drummer, now I need you please add the torpedo calculator. Okay. Distance. One last distance reading.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung 1, 0, 3. 9 Meter. Rohr 1 bewässern. Rohr 2 bewässern. Rohr 2 bewässert. Los. Rohr 4 bewässern. Rohr 4 bewässert. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 7-0 Bug rechts. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. Geschwindigkeit 7 Knoten. Los. Rohr 1 bewässern. 30 Sekunden. Rohr 1 bewässert. Los. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. 20 Sekunden. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. 30 Sekunden. 10 Sekunden bis Einschlag. Rohr 3 bewässern. 30 Sekunden. Los. 20 Sekunden. Ja. 20 Sekunden. 10 Sekunden bis Einschlag. 40 Sekunden.
Okay. That pretty much looks like a mess. But that was a hit. Very good. Heavy damages. That's a miss just as well. That was bad.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Don't think that I'm gonna sink that ship with one torpedo hit.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy? Erledigt, Herr Kaloy. Ja. Folgen Sie mir.
Is he listing? He was already listing, I think. And I did hit him. Okay, now he is zigzagging. Okay, obviously there was another hit. Hey guys, sorry, I was a little bit distracted by the action. Hey, Aquising, Merry Christmas. Yes. And not wet, just cold. Yes, there you are. Nice to see you guys. I hope you had a good Christmas day today. Perennial? Okay, he's just one of... Yeah, but beautiful to have you in. So, I did hit another ship. Yeah, that guy is really going down. Let's just hope that they're not going to be able to. Did I hit that guy as well? might be. With one of these misses, it looks a bit like one of these torpedoes that missed, or actually hitting one of the other ships. That one here, that looks not pretty much in shape. Great. So where is my tanker? Yes, there they are. They're leaving the ship. Nice. Although, hey, he's still going. You are there and not there? Yeah, it looks quite nice. So we just obviously made the crew leave. I fired 4 torpedoes. 1 torpedo did hit the tanker like it should, and yeah, there were 3 misses. Pretty bad actually, but it looks like one of the stray missed torpedoes did hit one of the other guys here. But of course, now there is quite a few ships going after me. Yeah, that was just them firing. I wanted to say firing smoke, firing illumination flares actually. So this guy is going down, and if we are lucky, this guy is gonna go down as well, although he is still making speed.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Is this the sinking guy? Yeah, that's the sinking guy. And let's hope that this one is also going down. Yeah, there they leave the ship. So this one we did hit as well with one of the stray torpedoes. That's good. And there is escorts coming in. Well, I could try and go for that one, but yeah, that's pretty risky. That would be pretty risky.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Okay, there the guy is dead ahead, and maybe I should keep on that course for now. Let's send Mr. Arlos, our first mechanic, to the engines. And
Große Fahrt voraus.
yeah, let's see if we can. Risky? Yes, you should do it. Yeah, aqua icing. So let's do it. Now we're going flank speed.
Das wird nicht einfach. Aber wir haben schon Schlimmeres überstanden. Lasst uns ruhig bleiben.
We've been spotted. Okay, that's military coming in there. Now they're gonna give me trouble. They will. Now that's the sinking tanker. And And this is the ship that I would love to sink as well.
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estik geortet.
It's this one, right? It's a Liberty class. Let's give it a save for now. I wonder if I should give that guy another torpedo. And what about that other sinking guy? Where is he? He wouldn't recover, would he? No, he stopped. Oh, that looks very bad.
Zerstörer, 250 Grad.
Where is that other one?
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estik geortet.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kanoi?
Velocity, I don't know. 6, are they going faster? No, probably not.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerfahrt 6 Knoten.
60 degrees. There goes something like that. They're at 60 degrees. Their angle of bow on us would now be, what is it? 64.
Wasserbomben, sehr nah.
Whoa!
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
Hey guys, impossible that we're gonna make that. Oh shit. Now I really fucked it up.
Aktuelle Tiefe 60 Meter.
So please do the damage control.
Ich könnte etwas helfen.
Yeah, all the Overwatch crew shall support the officers.
65 Meter.
Okay, looks like we don't have a severe leak. Oh, guys. That was close. Was that a groundhog? I don't know.
Aktuelle Tiefe 90 Meter.
Schraubengeräusche. Direkt über uns.
105 Meter.
Yeah, let's continue our zigzagging strategy. Hey, couldn't there anybody launch a... Hey, why don't you? Launching solar decoy, yeah, please do so. And now get us away from that position. Well, hey, we were more than lucky that we did not get any damages from that. They were right above us. Maybe they were overestimating our depth. They were thinking we were much deeper, and they wouldn't expect us to be right underneath their keel. We were lucky that they did not run off our periscope. let's get up a bit. We are just making too much water through the gaskets from the pressure.
Zerstörer, 130 Grad. Aktuelle Tiefe, 145 Meter.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
At the moment it still doesn't look like they are sinking. So there should be a wreck. And, well, I don't know, there should be a wreck.
Aktuelle Tiefe 125 Meter.
They were abandoned by the crew, but not yet sinking.
Schneller, schneller.
Schraubengeräusche, kleine Gruppe.
Tauchen auf. 150 Meter. 120 Meter.
Okay, somebody turn on the pumps. Now when they are dropping right above us, they wouldn't hear our pump running. So that's the opportunity to get a little bit of water out.
130 Meter.
Yeah, effectiveness down here is pretty bad because the pump has to pump against that enormous pressure out there. All this is heated pretty realistically in the game, so it takes ages to get water out of the hull down here at a depth of 150 meters. Yeah, Mark, it's not feet, it's meters. They're dropping and dropping. Maybe they are lured away by the decoy that we dropped.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Okay, let's get up a bit.
Tauchen auf. 120 Meter.
120 meters, please.
120 Grad. Zerstörer, 110 Grad. Aktuelle Tiefe, 140 Meter.
Hey, that's great to have all of you guys in. I hope you had a good Christmas day today. Come on, let's give it a save. We are still alive. We survived it. We survived the first onrush of depth charges, and they have been dropping a hell lot of depth charges, so they might be running out of it. But on the other hand, That was quite a large escort for sure, something like 10 men of war to escort that convoy. Yeah, okay, but not directly above us. So he's somewhere here. So he's passing in front of us. It's very good to have that information. So it sounds like he's passing like that. But at the moment, it sounds like we are undetected. Yeah, propeller noise detected. Yeah, not wet, just cold, you say. You're actually going to see me sinking a boat, actually. I still owe you the sinking. We damaged 2 ships heavily so that the crew abandoned them. But according to the noises, we didn't yet get any sinking noises. So I think they are still drifting around up there, and we have to give them the final headshot. Yeah, I marked it. One must be roughly here, the other roughly there on the map, so that maybe later we can come back. So we should sneak away from that escort charging at us, and sooner or later they will have to move on with their convoy. The convoy goes on and on, whatever happens, they are going on with 6 or 7 knots, not heeding whatever happens, and the escort sooner or later has to quit hunting me because they have to stick to their convoy. And all these mechanisms are wonderfully simulated in the game. Yeah, we did dry. The bilge is dry by now. Yeah, the crew is smart enough so that you don't have to do all the micromanagement. So when you order to turn on the pump, somebody's gonna turn it off again as soon as the bilge is empty. Yeah, this symbol means that these officers with their hands are checking for hidden damages. So after a depth charge attack there might be hidden damages which you don't see, and they're checking for it. And well, only that might reveal all the amount of damage that you got. But yeah, that was really kind of a Christmas miracle that we didn't get destroyed right away after that ambush, the destroyer being just above us while we were still on periscope depth. And I mean, this is definitely realistically simulated. I play with collision, so it was just our luck that he was going something like a few feet port side of us and not running right across our conning tower and our periscope. If he had been few feet more to his starboard side, he might have severely damaged, maybe even wrecked us. And yeah, then the depth charge he dropped. Probably he overestimated our depth. He wouldn't have expected that we were so shallow underneath him. And so he primed the depth charge for exploding too deep underneath us. Maintenance status of the torpedoes. Yeah, of course, they are decaying right now, but I don't want to do any maintenance right now, just making too much noise. Yeah, up to now it was great. So this was the first week of my holiday, and I'm gonna have a second one, and it was totally relaxed. Very great. So next week I still have to do a little bit of work for the next year, but this week I just didn't do anything. Just hang around with the family. And yeah, preparing the food for Christmas. I might have mentioned that I quite like to cook. And so I always enjoy these feasts, like giving me an opportunity to cook something nice. And so I spent quite a few hours in the kitchen the last 3 days, and yeah, maybe you know that in Germany we already start celebrating Christmas on Christmas Eve, on the evening of the 24th. So we already had a nice dinner on that evening, and also this evening. By the way, aqua icing. I've changed some things in the streaming settings. Yeah, my hope actually was to make the streaming quality better, but yeah, you never know. You might overdo it, and then maybe the bandwidth isn't sufficient anymore. So if there is anything remarkable in contrast to the past, it would be very kind if you'd give me some remark. Maybe the stream is much more laggy or worse quality because I was meddling around with things which better would have been left alone. Or maybe it actually became remarkably better. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, good to hear. In the past I actually streamed at 700 something. And now I tuned it up to 1080. But yeah, it seems to make no difference, obviously. Yeah, how about you, aqua icing? I think you mentioned that you also have a few days off, haven't you? Yeah, I hope you also enjoy your... Okay, alright, yep. Yeah, some people really stress themselves over Christmas or get stressed by the family. And... Okay, so he's right astern of us. Hey, Sophinity, same for you. Merry Christmas. Christmas. No. No crunching at the moment. No late night snack yet. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, maybe that's similar to my attitude. So I always like to do a little bit of cooking and preparing stuff for guests. But, well, I have to admit that we didn't have any guests, so it was just us here at home. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. I hope you're fine as well. And the game went quite okay, so I did a good preparation in the last stream, so when we entered this stream we were right in front of the convoy here, going for us at the break of dawn in the twilight, so we sneakily got in and fired a set of 4 torpedoes on a big tanker. Only 1 hit, 3 missed, but one of the 3 misses actually randomly hit another ship. And now that was the funny situation, that both of these ships got started to sink. The crew abandoned both ships, but they are just not sinking, obviously. So it seems like we have to get back later when the convoy has carried on and give them the final kill. The coup de grace, something like that. At least we didn't hear any sinking noise via hydrophone, so the crew abandoned, but they are not sinking. I've marked them on the map, so 1 here, 1 there, so that maybe later we can get back. Oh no, that sounds like there is something coming in right on us. Let's do this little, some would call it cheating, I would call it cinematic view. Hey, where are... yeah, it's an in-game feature, yeah. Where are the guys that we sank? Oh, damaged, actually. Well, there is loads of escorts around. Did they get back on board? Hey, could that be that they abandoned the ship and finally got back on board and repaired the ship? No. Hey, don't give me that. Or maybe they did sink, and I just didn't hear it. But it also looks like I wasn't accounted for the sinking. Nah, guys. it's much less ships than we had in the beginning. So had they traveled onwards? I'm a little bit disturbed. What about these two ships up there? And I really can't believe that the convoy has carried on already. But I don't see the tanker anymore. I don't see the tanker anymore. Hey, if you ask me, this looks a little bit buggy. The ships that I hit seem to be gone. No tanker anymore. They sunk. Pretty much looks like that they sunk, but I didn't get them mentioned. Or is it him? Nah, come on. Hey guys, looks a bit like the game is actually cheating on me. Hi, yippee up. Yeah, as for me, I'm fine. I hope you're fine as well. Just, well, a little bit worried about I severely damaged two ships and they were not quite sinking, but the crew abandoned them. They were out in the boats, I saw it, and now I don't have them anymore. They're gone, and I didn't get them accounted for as a kill. And that's kind of ugly. Weird. Wonder if anybody of you had such an issue as well. No. Don't think that we got the tonnage. And we don't have a mark here. Hey. Yeah, I do have realistic sinking on, but then they should sink realistic and not just be around like that. Well, Sooner or later I have to get back to the surface and then I'm gonna check. Yeah, and I didn't get anything by hydrophone. Maybe they sank while we were heavily assaulted by barrages of depth charts, and we didn't hear them sink. That would be bad if it were like that. Hey, looks like they have more or less abandoned us. Yeah, they should, right, yeah. And I don't see the lifeboats. That's pretty weird. What about that guy there? Yeah, if you ask me, it does look a bit like a bug. Yeah, let's see that maybe we could get the opportunity for another sinking.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Aktuelle Tiefe 110 Meter. Zerstörer 95 Grad. Zerstörer 165 Grad. Zerstörer 200 Grad. Zerstörer 170 Grad. Korvette 160 Grad. 90 Meter.
By the way, let me be AFK just for 1 minute. Pause the game. Okay, some maintenance.
Verstanden, Kommandant.
Tauchen auf 20 Meter.
Aktuelle Tiefe 45 Meter. Kriegsschiffe. Kleine Kuppe. Peilung 70 Grad.
Okay, could I try to get a shot on this one? Maybe.
Torpedorohr 1 gewartet.
Schneller, schneller.
20 Meter.
Tauchen auf 10 Meter.
Ja, Kommandant, ich kümmere mich darum. 10 Meter. Torpedorohr 2 gewartet. Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern. Schraubengeräusche, Kriegsschiffe, kleine Kuppe, Peilung 325 Grad.
Kurs setzen. Verstanden, Herr Kommandant. Alarm beenden.
So, our bosun at the torpedo calculator.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Torpedorohr 3 gewartet.
It's the Liberty. It's moving with 7. Or say 6. Now it's 15 degrees. Distance.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung 1,420 Meter. Rohr 1 bewässern.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Los. Rohr 3 bewässern.
Rohr 3 bewässert.
Los.
Okay, shit. These are 2 misses.
30 Sekunden. Fehlschuss. 10 Sekunden bis ein...
So one of them should sooner or later turn around on a search pattern. Yeah, that was kind of a lucky shot, or, well, actually an unlucky shot. Yeah, I think this one is turning around right now. I'm just curious how it would look like. I never saw that. So this is one of these FAT torpedoes. And I programmed him to turn around to the left after a while. But at the moment I'm not quite sure which one is the one which is turning. At the moment it looks like the other one is turning, and he's turning the right way. So let's see what he's gonna do. And okay, I think he ran out of fuel, right? So these guys are really gone. Okay, there is wreckage. Okay. So this one is a 3 chimney, big guy, but all the same size. So it's this one. So go for 3 meters. Velocity, I don't know, probably something like 12 knots. And the angle on both of them towards us should be something like this at the moment. And the distance.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel.
So
1,
maybe I would like to give him a stern torpedo.
Winkel 9,3 Bug rechts. Gegnerfahrt 1, 2 Knoten.
No! Hey! Oblivion. Merry Christmas. Come on, let's fire.
Rohr 5 bewässern.
So what do I say? 3. Let's give it a draught of 3. And go. Hey guys, why can't I?
Aktualisieren.
Please.
Gegnerlage 9,6 rechts. Geschwindigkeit 1, 2 Knoten. Los.
That was a Canadian ship, sorry guys. Let's see what this torpedo is gonna do. It's going for that other ship. Yep. I usually try to get as close as possible, but this one here is a sound-seeking torpedo, so I hope that he's gonna home in on the propeller sounds of one of them. Yeah, the ships seem to have sunk. Okay, what is it? One propeller stopped. The other is still running. And the guy is taking water. Hey, Pitt. Great to have you in. Good evening. Hey, wonderful. Thanks a lot for that raid. And hello to everybody. So you just find me with a big question mark. So, looks like there are a lot of DayZ experts there joining. Hi guys, and yeah, I had an effect. I successfully infiltrated the convoy and hit 2 merchantmen so that the crew abandoned the ships, and then I had to dive away, got heavy depth charges, and I just didn't hear them sink. And now I don't find them anymore. And yeah, looks a bit like I have been gotten cheated by the game for the sunk ships. So there is wreckages around, but I just didn't get accounted for the sinking of them. That looks real. They are sinking and they are still running. They still have 1 propeller moving. Yeah, Pitt. Alright. Anyway, it was a pleasure that you dropped in. Thank you very much. But still, yes, I would be curious if this is something that one of you had occurred as well. This effect that, yeah, you damage ships, the crew abandons the ship, and then, yeah, they sink or are gone. I even don't see the lifeboats anymore. And just didn't get it accounted for. Didn't get the kill. But yeah, now let's wait until the convoy has moved on and then get back to the surface and investigate if we can still do something. It was like this when I dived away. The ship was listing, heavily listing, the crew had abandoned, and yeah, later they were not there anymore. Even the lifeboats I didn't yet find anymore. And usually you should have the radio message here to report the having sunk ships, but it's just not there. So I fired one of my stern sound-seeking torpedoes on that one, and that was okay. Is it still running? Ah, okay, now the other propeller stopped as well. Nice, wow. The ship is breaking apart. That's it. Pretty amazing. So I wonder if I should fire one more of my sound-seeking torpedoes. I could maybe go for this one, but the problem is you never know which ship they are finally homing in for. Well, let's go for periscope depth. I'm still a little bit too deep for a comfortable view with the periscope.
Wir sind auf Seerohrtief und für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Yeah, let's give this one another torpedo. I have one more sound-seeking torpedo astern.
Aktualisieren. Winkel 9-1, Bug rechts.
So they have turned around. Distance, well, give it an estimate.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 3, 6, 8, 4 Meter.
Go for 3.
Rohr 5, bewässern.
And fire this one.
Rohr 5 bewässert.
Los.
Now let's see if we are equally lucky. 2 interactions nearby, yeah. But I didn't get these tonnages accounted for.
Ja.
Okay, loads of lifeboats and wreckages. Yeah, come on. I hope that later maybe I would still get the tonnage. Let's hope for the best. This one. Ooh, it's going completely towards the wrong direction, I would say. Well, sooner or later it would maybe home in for one of these guys. But it might also well run out of fuel before it reaches them. There it goes. Should be going for this one there. Yeah, Pit, are you still there? How was your stream? Did you give them a bit of a beating? Yeah, maybe they are too far away. That's what I guess, that they are. Yeah, that I'm running out of fuel before the torpedo homes in on one of them. It seems like he has decided to home in for that one. Yeah, but my guess is that it is just too far away.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
Yeah, let's be a bit patient about that and see what we will get. Nice. Now it's turning towards that one, which is closer. Good decision. Dear torpedo. Yeah, but honestly, I think there is not enough fuel to home the torpedo on that guy. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, anyway, they have stopped chasing me. So if I miss with this one, the good point is that I would not make them chase me again. If I score a hit, they might be coming back. The wreckage. Oh, it's changing course again. Great. Okay, the torpedo can't quite make up its mind. And now it's homing in on this one again. Oh, shit. How could that be on that distance? Pretty much looks like that there is a destroyer now going back for us. Not quite clear. Not quite clear. So that was now the estimated distance. Yeah, this one is closing in. And that other one as well. So I have them on my heels again. But let's first check whether this is gonna be a hit. Hey, Lord of Choco. Great to have you in. Yeah, good evening. How was Christmas for you up to now? You had a good and relaxed time. Serious damage at least. Okay, that guy stopped. It's not moving anymore, is it? Nope. Very good. There is incomings. Yeah, let's put the periscope down. Yeah, let's get down 120 meters. Mr. Grada, you can step away from that keeping. Mr. Lamprecht, you can step away from the periscope, of course, as well. Contact lost.
Aktuelle Tiefe 40 Meter.
So which one was the guy that we hit? Was this one? Is it moving again? Come on, they haven't repaired that ship, have they? Nope. it was this one, and it is sinking. And now all the guys are chasing me again.
80 Meter.
Yeah, air quality. I have to keep an eye on the air quality. Battery capacity is uncritical. Yeah, I'm running silently.
Aktuelle Tiefe 110 Meter.
Not quite sure if this guy is finally gonna sink. Yeah, just a bit of water in the bilge, completely uncritical.
Handelsschiff 210 Grad.
Yeah, that would be too bad if you don't hear, in the heat of the battle, you don't hear the sinking noises of the ships that you damaged. You wouldn't get accounted for the kill. That would be weird and something that I never had before. But at the moment it pretty much looks like that. I have sunk 2 ships and I don't have them in the queued message. I mean, too much, and apart from that destroyer, and they don't turn up here. Well, let's see. Finally, when they leave us alone, we have to get back to the surface and then see what information we get up there. By the way, discipline is still great, 100%. Strain and stress is relatively low with 11%. And the galley is fine. Yeah, if I didn't mention it yet, all you guys haven't come in with Pit. I wish you a Merry Christmas, frohe Weihnachten. And I hope you have just as much of a relaxed Christmas as I have. They are leaving me alone again, aren't they? Oh. Look at that. So this is one of these group of lifeboats, probably from that other ship that we sank around here, I'm pretty sure. This one is going into the completely wrong direction. This one might be giving up. They're searching at the wrong place. And that might be the ship that we sank. And we didn't get any information. We didn't hear the we didn't hear the bulkheads breaking or something. Hey, so now I have sunk 3 merchantmen in this convoy, and I didn't. Seems at the moment it looks like I don't get accounted for even one of them. Well, however, let's give it a save. We take it as it comes. And yeah, allow me to be AFK just for a minute. Be back in 60 seconds. Oh, what's going up there? Going on up there? Okay, this guy is far, far away. What's his plan? Maybe going back home. There is one guy still heading. Well, hey, shit. They are going for me. Looks like they are. Let's do a bit of time acceleration. I usually don't like to do that when I'm down here, but
Aktuelle Tiefe 120 Meter.
no. They're not going in for me. They have no idea where I am. That's good.
Aktuelle Tiefe 120 Meter.
Yeah, lots of propeller noise. Okay, they're all heading away. They're abandoning their convoy, that's how it looks like. Maybe because they ran out of depth charges. But yeah, for me, that does look good. Yes, they are heading north, maybe to that port of St. John's. That would make perfect sense.
Herr Kaloy.
6 miles. They're moving away. They are moving to the port of St. John's. Yep.
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 165 Grad.
Oh. How could they be so close suddenly? They did change their mind, didn't they? To check this area again. I was hoping for them to abandon the search. That's the convoy. And that's them. What are they doing? Moving away. Clearly still moving away, all of them. That's good.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Yeah, they're so far away I could go, slowly go back to the surface without too much risk, I think. Hey, come on, fingers crossed now that we somehow still get accounted for these 3 ships that we sank. What's the status? The bilge. Yeah, uncritical, but a bit of water in the bilge. Torpedoes. Yeah, Mr. Schneider, if you were so kind. Maintain and load. Yeah, Mr. Grauder, you could just join if there is sufficient space. Maintain and load. Yeah, very good. So we want to have the off-watch crew supporting.
Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe, Peilung 210 Grad.
There we are. driving away.
Geräusche. Mittlerer Konvoi. Peilung 0 Grad.
Yeah, our oxygen level is really going down now.
Kapitän. Natürlich. Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Erledigt, Herr Kapitän.
Okay, so the smoke columns are way beyond the horizon. It should be, yeah, completely without risk to get back to the surface here, I would say. Yes.
Anblasen.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
Kurs setzen. Es ist nicht mehr erforderlich.
Open bulkheads, stop direct orders, silent run disabled.
Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Ah, shit. Okay, so the loading was interrupted. That was my fault, Captain. There it is. We sank that ship, definitely. Hey guys, so I see the number of viewers fluctuating a lot, so great to have you guys in. If there is a few new watchers, welcome. It's perfectly fine if you just silently watch, just lurk, but yeah, allow me to mention that having some comments in the chat makes a small streamer like me even more happy, so giving me a high thumbs up or some comment about the game, what your experience with the game is, what you think about the stream. Anything is welcome. Backseat driving is for perfectly fine just as well, so don't hesitate to participate in the chat, or maybe even give me a follow. But yeah, don't feel pushed. It's perfectly fine if you just watch. Having a few watchers in, that's just great. Okay, 20 degrees off. There is the wreckage, which would be something like that.
Kurs setzen.
Okay, there is the other wreckage side. At 40 degrees. like that. Let's see if we don't get our merits finally. Hey, I sank that ship. Why didn't I get any account for it? I just didn't get that accounted for. That's pretty weird. We have now confirmed that it sank and can take the credit for the sinking. Oh, great. All right. Hey, you can really rely on the game. So, you have to get to the sinking side. And wonderful. That's great. So now we're gonna spend a bit of... invite them on board. Survivors 2. Survivors 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there will be one guy left in the lifeboat, and the rest I will take on board. Survivors number 1, give them supplies. So let's show them that even us Germans can be human. And this will increase our reputation if we give them some food. Number 2. Number 3, it's just one survivor, so he will get plenty of supplies. You're welcome. Here we go. And the last lifeboat, number 4. Give them supplies as well. And transfer. I think it's probably... Let's imagine that it's not raw bacon, but that it is smoked bacon or air-dried bacon. Hey, Lord of Choco, what do you mean with the Christmas present? You are talking in riddles. So that was this one. Now get for that other location. Let's see if I can still get eyes on them. Maybe they are too far away. Yeah. So let's get there. So you really have to go from side to side to actually confirm that you did the kill. Does it? Okay, amazing. I mean, I'm just a little streamer having something like 300 followers, but there are so many people streaming with just something like 1 or 2 or 3 viewers, right? So that I am actually in the top 3%. Great. Hey, that sounds good. Pretty nice. Indeed. That's a nice Christmas present. Pretty nice. Although I still don't make a fortune with this. Yeah, there are a few other streams which I support where I subscribed, and so I'm always thankful for your view. And yeah, of course, there is this advertising, and of course, I get something like 1 or 2 cents for the advertising, but any cent that I get, I usually reinvest into other streamers. And yeah, like for me here. Right now we have 17 viewers, which is a lot for me. Usually I have something like 5 to 10 viewers, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, it's fun. Yeah, pretty amazing, isn't it? So, come on, where are the other lifeboats? Got no eyes. There is something, okay. So they're right behind. Let's change course a bit and then I should be able to see them. Quite amazing statistics, actually. And yeah, let me just state that this is, that's so amazing. I mean, I do have 300 people following me on Twitch, and thank you very much, all of you guys. That's really great. And yeah, think of all the wonderful chats that we used to have over all the countries, over continents, actually. There it is. There it is. Yeah, let's get closer. And then hopefully sooner or later we're gonna be accounted for that one just as well. It's still too far away. And there must be another one somewhere over there. I hope I do find that one. We are moving too fast, so let's stop. Oh, Colin, I'm so sorry. So I was back at Twitch, deep in the Twitch chat. I hope that you're still there, Colin. Merry Christmas to you as well. Yeah, we just found it out. If you don't see them going down, you at least have to go back to the side where they sank, and then you get accounted for it, which makes pretty much sense. Quite like it. So, Colin, Merry Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas day today. And sorry that I was a little bit kind of, deep into the Twitch chat. Always a pleasure to have you. How was your Christmas day, by the way? You're still there. Just great. Yeah, I was a bit afraid that I missed you. Objective completed. Yeah, okay, great. Floating canned fish. Do we want to have canned fish? Let's see if we have any inventory slots free. Maybe we can pick up the canned fish and give it to them guys in the lifeboats. Number one, give them supplies. Number two, give them supplies. Yeah, I don't have any space left to get more survivors on board, so sorry guys. I can just give you some supplies. Yeah, come on, get the canned fish on board. Wow, oh, come on. That's a whole lot of canned fish. So now this needs a bit of patience. Yeah, please bring the fish to the storage room. And more fish, please, to get. So that's worthwhile. So up to now, this was quite some successful mission. Let's give it a save. Yeah, if you don't hear them sink, you really have to return to the side where the ship sunk to collect proof should go that way. They must have sunk somewhere over there.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kanoi?
And get another floating container on board. Again, quite a lot. Yeah, let's play safe and get that food as much as we can. There he comes. Doing some sports, Mr. Tremor, our bosun.
Jawohl, Herr Kanoi. Erledigt, Herr Kanoi. Jawohl, Herr Kanoi.
Quite a lot of fish that I get here. Hey, imagine we didn't get any damage. Although we were so heavily pursued.
Jawohl, Herr Kanoi. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kanoi. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kanoi. Jawohl, Herr Kanoi.
And get the last crate on board. Yeah, Colin, my dear Scotsman, I wish you all the best for Christmas. Hope you had a good day. So in Scotland you also celebrate on the 25th, right? Like most of the people all over the world, I guess. In Germany we do the main celebration on the eve of Christmas, on the 24th of December. Yeah, I have to admit, back then I haven't been in Scotland over Christmas. At at that time I went back home before Christmas, and I stayed back home till into the new year, so I actually missed Hogmanay in Scotland. And yeah, that was a mistake, I think. Although I think I had a pretty great party, also New Year's party in Germany, but I think it was a mistake to actually miss Hogmanay celebrations in Edinburgh. All right, here we are. Yeah, sounds good. That sounds good. I think it's all right if you keep everything quiet on Christmas. That's what it's about. Some people make themselves mad about Christmas. And yeah, I just think you should be with your dearest people, and yeah, don't let yourself being stressed. Sounds good, yeah.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Give it a save and see that we can get a confirmation for that other wreckage.
Ja,
So there is 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them is the destroyer, actually.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Now that's tough. How to find them? Don't have them marked on the map. But yeah, that's the beautiful realism of the game. Mm-hmm.
Kurs setzen.
Nice, that's them.
Bestätige.
We are moving too fast. Let's stop.
Maschinen, stopp.
Let's see, which one is this? Might be the military. The man of war. Yeah, well, I was a few years younger back then when I spent that year in Edinburgh, and at that time, this big party would have been exactly the right thing for me. Maybe nowadays, not anymore. I have to admit. And yes, you're right. But I think everybody can just celebrate Christmas in their particular ways. So I think it's just up to anybody if you let yourself being commercialized or not. What do we have there? All the survivors. More dried fish. We have now confirmed that we sank it and can credit for the sinking. Yeah, very good. 3,600 more tons. Great. So in total, not too bad. So of course we did miss a few torpedoes, but in total we sank 3 ships, and that's all right. So now finally we got all the ships accounted for that we sank. What does it mean for the overall campaign? So we are almost there. Almost there. Just missing something like 8,000 tons. Yeah, nice. Ah, come on, we're not giving them more supplies. Maybe this is the point in time when we should retreat to the milk cow and get some more supplies there.
Kurs setzen. Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Yeah, what I would say, in the game you finally have too many offices. All the rewards that you get in terms of offices should be a bit more sparse. If you ask me about the balancing. The radio room.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy?
Yeah, still 6 torpedoes, but no stern torpedoes. So I think I'm gonna get back to the milk cow. Get some reloading of torpedoes and then continue this mission. Alright, so that was a very satisfying action up to now. Let me be AFK for 1 minute. Don't go away. Okay, once more we proved that the game mechanics of U-Boat are pretty amazing. So, on this realism level that I play the game, it's like you can wound a ship, damage a ship, and that was what I did. I damaged 2 ships, and I saw the crew abandoning the ships, both of them, and then I dived away, and then I was under heavy fire, and all the depth charts being dropped on me actually seemed to have masked the sounds of the sinking ships. And so I didn't have any proof of them being sunk, and finally I just had to go to their sinking site, see the ships going down, or the place where the ships have gone down, and the survivors. Let me show you. Where do you have it? So that's how I do it. I'm at 96%, so I have, in principle, I do have everything on maximum difficulty level except here, the health bars I haven't disabled, and then there is this about the depth charges damage. Damage difficulty medium. So this is the only 2 points where I reduced the difficulty level. Everything else is at maximum difficulty. But here the damage that the depth charges do, it's so tough already under medium. So I don't feel any urge to go to maximum difficulty level, and there you might just be dead right away whenever any depth charge is dropped at you. Yeah, but torpedo flaws, realistic, mission markers, mission selection. You have the depth charge damage hard, but where did you have the reduced level then? And how are you feeling with the depth charge damage hard? Yeah, alright, Aquicing. Have a good night. I think I'm gonna do some streaming tomorrow just as well, so maybe we are gonna see tomorrow night. Have a good one, and thanks for joining. Always a pleasure to have you in. And yeah, we are getting more and more viewers at the moment. Thanks, guys, for joining. That's just great. Yippee yep. Alright, good night. Same for you, it was great to have you in. So, yeah. Always a pleasure to have you. Maybe we're gonna see again tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a good night. Yeah, 3 hours of streaming and we were pretty successful. We finished the mission, which was to sink 10,000 tons in the mission area, which we did. And now we are on the way back to our milk cow to refuel and first and foremost to get more torpedoes. So our stern torpedo storages are completely empty, and we have still, I think, 6 torpedoes, but when the milk cow is so close, I would just go there and reload torpedoes before we get back into action. Yeah, particularly the stern torpedo tubes are pretty helpful when you can load them with the sound-seeking ones. Yeah, the health bars. I don't really know what that matters. I think you could unmark that one easily. Wouldn't make too much difference in the gameplay, would it? Or did you incur any trouble because you have unmarked it? Sinking requirement high. Higher. Oh, okay, higher and not strict. Okay, that's it. So these things I have at, yeah, the health bars I actually have marked so that I have the health bars, but the sinking requirements I am going with strict. And still alright, so I could recommend to go to strict with the sinking requirements. It's alright, just takes a little bit longer, and like we saw today, in some situations you might really get back to the sinking side to actually prove that you have sunk the ships, but it's pretty consistent, like all of the game. Let's keep the save, by the way, talking about consistency. And here we are, let's go. Help me, what do you mean with HP marks? Are we still on silent running? Hey guys, stop silent running, please. Get the dive planes to electric and the gyro compass turned on again. Ah, okay, yeah. So this is one very basic thing that I have turned off, which I pretty much like. So I love this kind of, like you see here, getting the contacts, plotting their position on the map, extrapolating their course, interpolating their speed. This is something that I really, for me personally, that's a big immersion thing of the game. And it probably does a bit of a difference in the percentage, right? Stop direct orders. Maybe I want to have the boson at the map.
Etwas Unterstützung. Natürlich, Herr Kaloi.
Alle Luken schließen.
Nah, don't.
Es ist nicht mehr erforderlich, die Schotten geschlossen zu halten.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
All right, here we are.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Yeah, getting to the milk cow rendezvous point.
Navigation besetzen.
Yeah, the contact mode, that really influences the gameplay, yep. Yeah, okay, interesting. I was pretty much afraid to put the depth charge damage on hard. Yeah, but maybe I should just try it on my next run. Yeah, end of January we are getting the update with Type 9 and everything, and yeah, then, yeah, of course, we all have to start a new game. Probably these old save games will not be compatible to the new update, I guess. And yeah, maybe based on your estimation, maybe I'm gonna switch it and go to hard with the depth charges.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Bestätige.
Navigation besetzen.
4 hours of watch.
Torpedorohr 1 gewartet. Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Navigation besetzen.
On we go.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Bad weather by now. Yeah, it's okay. Could be worse. But yeah, never had enjoyed these beautiful graphics in this stream tonight. Take a look at that, how beautifully the bows is cutting through the waves. The spray going high up. And the droplets on the camera. I really love that. They are doing a great job about the atmosphere, the graphical atmosphere of the game.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin.
Torpedorohr 1 gewartet.
Navigation besetzen. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Alright, let's give it a save. And guys, around here it's 10 past 3 o'clock in the morning. So I really have to go to bed now. And yeah, thanks for joining. It was a pleasure to have you in. Particular thanks to Pit Pinsel for joining the stream. That's a pleasure as well. And yeah, don't forget to check out his stream when he's online. He's doing a pretty nice kind of playing. You don't have this you can't save mode in the game particularly, but he's gonna do it anyway. He's actually doing this. Well, if he dies, he dies. Not gonna reload. And that's quite some interesting concept about the game. Yeah, you're right, Colin, but at the moment the moral of the crew is perfectly fine because I just had them on shore leave. So we are still at 100%. But yeah, in principle you're right. And I was always thinking about installing that mod with kind of, realistic radio.
Grenzpumpe einschalten.
Yes, somebody please turning on the pump.
Torpedorohr 3 gewartet.
Yes, you see, I do have a bit of a problem of quitting the game because it's running so smoothly at the moment and have all of you guys watching, but yeah, I have to turn in, guys. So have a good one and thank you very much for joining.